Lisa with InkandInspirations.com, and welcome to week 6 of the 12 weeks of Halloween. And we're making this cute little pizza box, and it's decorated with some of the Spooky Night Designer Series paper and some images from the Little Things set from the Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. And I've used this image right here. So let's get started. First, let's go ahead and put the pizza box together. And so these come, I believe, in packs of 8. And they're great for little treats, for little gifts, and not just for Halloween, but for any time. And so we're going to just assemble this. And you have some little notches there that fit inside some little slits within the box. So let's see, let's do this and come on around. And I can tuck in just like that. Okay, so now let's get this decorated. So I'm starting with a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock, and this is cut at 3.5 by 3.5, and that is going to cover the complete top of the pizza box. So I'm going to go ahead and get that adhered. And this pumpkin pie cardstock comes in a pack of 12 by 12 in the holiday catalog, so it's a super good package to have for all of your boxes and little treats you're making for the fall season. Okay, so that's 3.5 by 3.5. And then I have a piece of the Spooky Night Designer Series paper, and it is cut at 3¼ inch square so that it fits on top of that nicely. And so I'm just going to put some adhesive on that and square that up in the center of that box. Now, let's go ahead and decorate the sides. I have 4 strips of pumpkin pie cardstock cut at 3.5 by 1. And I'm just going to quickly put those on all 4 sides. And what I did is I cut it, I measured the box, and I tried to cut and get the exact measurement so it would cover most of that white part of the box. Okay. To use some Spooky Night Designer Series paper to layer on top of this. And right here, you can take a little punch here, and this is the 1/2 inch circle punch. If you want to like notch out a little piece in the center there, you don't have to do that, but it makes for a little neat appearance. Or you could just go across it square, the box will still open okay. But again, that was a 1/2 inch circle punch. And all of this is wanting to slide around a little bit. So let's get that good and secure. And then I have the Spooky Night Designer Series paper cut at 3.5 by 3/4. And we're going to go ahead and put that on each of the sides. Little sketchy stripe is a good contrast to that pumpkin pie strip. And let's get one more side. I have an extra piece there. And while I'm doing that and letting that dry, be sure you visit my website at InkandInspirations.com, where I'll have more details about this project. Okay, so we have the box pretty well covered, And now I've already pre-made this part. It is the accordion fold medallion made with a 1.5 inch strip of designer series paper, the Spooky Night paper. I scored it with my Simply Scored scoring tool at 1/4 inch all the way down this 12-inch strip, and then I used hot glue, all right, to hold it all together. And again, in a minute, I'm going to use hot glue to adhere it to the box. But let's go ahead and look at how we're going to embellish the top of that. I'm going to get a piece of Very Vanilla cardstock and some Memento Black, Tuxedo Black ink. And I have that image from the Little Things stamp set. And I'm going to ink that up and stamp it on this piece of Very Vanilla. And then I'm going to take a 2-inch circle punch and punch that out. Now you're going to see I'm chopping off part of that little banner piece, but I'll show you what I'm going to do to make a fun embellishment in just a second. So I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to get my, wipe this ink clean. Don't have my Stampin' Scrub handy, but I'm going to clean that up really well. And then I'm going to take my Cajun Craze marker, and I'm going to color over that banner piece on the stamp. Just the part that says Spookylicious. And I'm just going to cover that really well with Cajun Craze ink from the marker. And what I'll do is I'll stamp that here, okay? And then I'll take my scissors, snips, and fussy cut that out. Well, I've already done that to save a little bit of time. And then it's just going to go over top of that circle that I punched. So I've got some mini dimensionals, Stampin' Dimensionals on this, and so I'm just going to pull that paper off and pop that up over top. Give it a multicolor look, and it makes it really stand out. Okay, my glue gun should be ready now. And so I'm going to take and put a little dab of Dooya right there and center that on the front. Then I'm going to take some of this really pretty crochet trim. It's in black. It's vintage crochet trim. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue here, okay, so that it will stick in the center. And I'm going to just do a little zigzag here, catching that like that, and maybe put a little bit more right here. And I usually don't cut the trim before I, put it on here, because like that, you just never know how your zigging and zagging's going to be. So let's just do a little dot there. And I'm not worried about the hot glue and the partial mess that I'm making, because it's going to be covered with that stamped image. And then I can come over here and just snip this like that. Move that hot glue gun out of the way, just like that. And then I'm going to take this. There's still some hot glue showing, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put a dollop there for extra security, and just attach that right over top, just like that. And there we have a cute little treat box, gift box for Halloween, okay? Oh, I forgot one little thing. I forgot all about him, and I think I can still do it. There's this tiny spider here, and I can tell, you see how I put him there? He's, it looks like something's missing, so I'm going to try to do this. On here and see if I can stamp him. Goodness. There he is. Okay, now it's complete. Thanks so much for joining me. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, visit my website at inkandinspirations.com for more ideas, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.